हाय, मेरा नाम है अदिति. वेरी वॉर्म वेलकम टू माय चैनल. यूजुअली ना ये वीडियोस कोई देखता नहीं है. आई डोंट नो, मे बी दे आर नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल who read in India. I used to have a YouTube channel, by the way, that was called Bombay Booktuber. I wish I had not deleted it. I would have still put up videos on it just talking about books because I'm obsessed with books. I love books and I can keep recommending you guys more books. If you want me to do a video on that books that I can recommend, let me know. I can recommend you shit ton of books. But today I wanted to do a May reading wrap up, all the books that I've read. कुछ 5 ही books पढ़ी, and then also I think saying कुछ 5 ही book पढ़ी है वो मेरे community में बहुत कम है. But if you don't read, if you accidentally come across my video, hi, I do read. I love to read. I am a bookish girly sucker for good romance and just everything fantasy and good vibes. So yeah, let's talk about all the books that I've read. Number 1 है King of Sloth. This is part 4th जो release हुआ है recently by Anna Huang. I rated it around 2.93 stars. I don't even remember the plot, the premise of it. The only reason I read Anna Huang की books is because they are fast. They are fast paced. उसकी writing has such flow and rhythm to it कि you start and you finish in time. कब गया कब रुक गया पता ही नहीं चला. You'll be like, I think I finished it in one sitting. It was that fast. The flow was like that. मैं उसके flow के लिए पढ़ती हूँ और कुछ नहीं है. Story मेरे को याद भी नहीं है. It must be probably a billionaire trying to chase another girl or vice versa, something like that हुआ होगा. Friend of a friend and then they hook up and then they break off. That must be it. I don't honestly remember and I don't even want to look and read the preview for you guys. Next up है Caraval Trilogy by Stephanie Garber. The entire bookish community, the Holy Trinity, Haley, Destiny, Sarah, and then also 4th one is Rachel, uski bestie. They all were raving about Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber. Everybody. And they say कि the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy is so beautiful. In order for this series to work, Caraval was released. मतलब Caraval had to walk so that Once Upon a Broken Heart could run. समझा? So you really got to read Caraval before you enter Once Upon a Broken Heart world. So you understand the impact of the story, but I don't think that really worked in my case. I read Caraval. I rated it around 3.9 star. It was pretty good. A beautiful new world, magical elements. दो बहनें होती है. They try to escape from their abusive father and this girl keeps writing to legend master. So every year कुछ 5 दिन के लिए circus आता है and this girl writes to the legend master, the circus master कि मेरे को participate please करने दो. And story सिर्फ इतना ही है कि whatever you see is not real, whatever is happening during those 5 days is not real. Just remember this while playing the game. So they get like 5 days, 5 clues, and at the end of it, whoever wins the Caraval circus, the games, they'll win something. And so first one was really good. I love the premise, I love the magic, I love everything witch and the potion and stuff like that. And then legendary Aya, and I was so hurt because the way part 1 ended between the two sisters and how it started in part 2. And part 2 में हमें पता चलता है legend the master है कौन वो circus का, which I was surprised and shocked, and I wish I could go back and reread the part 2 of it just so that I could maybe understand the impact of it. Anyways, I rated it around 3.5 3.7 star. I really liked this. And then the finale was all trying to wrap up everything that was going on and trying to save the world basically. And this was a solid, again, 4-star read. It was pretty good. Like if you are an absolute beginner, you've seen Harry Potter, you want to start somewhere in fantasy, this is a great series to start. Caraval, I loved the world building. I loved how it played with my vision of how the world could look like, the magic, the drama, the circus, every single element. Like I loved it. Like it was really good. And so these were 3 overall all the 3 books overall सब कुछ मिला के मेरे को लगता है I would give it around 4 stars. It was a solid read. Next up, I ended up reading Once Upon a Broken Heart, because obviously that was the next book I would pick up, which I don't have it अंदर कबाट में पड़ा. I don't even want to get up now. But yeah, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is again a trilogy, 3-part book se, and I gave it around 3 stars. Somewhere I think I was disappointed. I don't know why. So new fresh set of characters आए हैं. It was एक था Faith, King of Hearts, Angel of Hearts, I don't know. He's cursed. His heart doesn't beat until he meets one true love. And so in the Caraval book, अच्छा मैं स्पॉइलर दे दूंगी तो बहुत ज़्यादा. सो इट कीप्स कंटिन्यूइंग विद दिस प्लॉट. मेन जो हीरो रहता है इन वंस अपॉन अ ब्रोकन हार्ट में, वो किंग ऑफ हार्ट या वट एवर प्रिंस ऑफ हार्ट होता है, एंड देन ही हैज़ सर्टन मैजिक एंड होल्ड ओवर मैजिक, एंड देन अ न्यू कैरेक्टर इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, इवेंजेलिन करके, एंड उनके इंटरेक्शन, उनके एडवेंचर. शी इज़ आस्क्ड टू ही आस्क्स हर फॉर अ फेवर कि मैं तेरे को 3 times बोलूँगा किस करने को, एंड जब भी मुझे वो किस चाहिए होगी मैं तेरे से मांगूँगा, एंड इन रिटर्न वो कुछ देती है. एंड लाइक दे सेट अप दिस कुछ तो भी सिस्टम, एंड इन रिटर्न वो उसके लिए फेवर करता है, एंड दैट इज़ हाउ दे सेटल. सो इट्स जस्ट हाउ इट स्टार्ट्स, द premise starts, and then those were like the 5 books that I've read. So Once Upon a Broken Heart was like 3-star read for me. I don't know, I was not excited to read the book, and then I read it and I was like, this is not something that I would be excited about. And then she ends up going to this kingdom to find her a man to marry, and like a prince to marry, Evangeline, and it doesn't work out, and like she has some magical powers, and I don't know, I can't put a finger ki kyun it did not work out, but it just did not work out. उल्टा I liked Caraval more. So अभी हम बात करेंगे बुक्स दैट आई वॉन्ट टू रीड. तो पहले बात करेंगे द बैलेड ऑफ नेवर आफ्टर, जो करंटली मैं पढ़ रही हूँ. दिस इज़ पार्ट 2 इन वंस अपॉन अ ब्रोकन हार्ट ट्रिलॉजी. एज इट कंटिन्यूज, दिस हैज़ बिन हाईली पार्ट 2 इज़ लाइक बहुत सारे लोगों का फेवरेट. बहुत सारे मतलब टू मैनी पीपल हैव रेटेड द 6-star बुक ऑफ द ईयर, and I don't see it. Like I'm only like 25% in, and I don't see how this is going to change my mind from a 3-star currently to a 5-6-star rating. I don't know how it's going to happen. Then of course I have A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. All of these books, again, I've got it. Like these are all like first hand copies. Only why? Because I read so much ki I cannot afford to buy so many books at the same time. And so I see this booktubers and I'm like, how are you able to afford it? My content is not even monetized. मैं एक चुल्लू पर पैसा भी नहीं कमा रही हूँ अभी, at least अभी. And so if I do, when I do, I hope to buy original copies. So this is part 3. I hope to finish that. Then book chore event chal raha tha, and they were having like crazy discounts. So all of these are original copies. I got Stephen King ka The Eyes of the Dragon. I want to read this. Fantasy is something that I'm into. I've put a pause on romance. I'm just, every time I read a romance, I can predict कि होने क्या वाला है. So I end up switching from that to fantasy and thoda bahut romance in the fantasy, and hence the new category is called romantasy. So ye do book, and then of course I'm reading this. I have no idea what it is, so let's read thoda sa preview. Ki the king is dead, murdered by a strange and horrible poison, but while the land of Delane mourns, the magician flag unscrupulous, greedy and powerful plots. Soon the king's oldest son Peter is imprisoned at the top of a high tower, the Needle, for his father's murder, while his younger brother Thomas inherits the throne, and then the saga continues. So I'm excited to check this. I love the cover. I don't know what it is. I love the cover. This is a chunky book. Next up hai I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by Baek Shihi, translated by Anton Hoare. This is the book. Here, let me turn it around. This is the book. Absolutely love the cover. This is what I felt yesterday. Oof, So this is part memoir, part self-help. This is a book to keep close and to reach for in times of darkness. And I absolutely love a cozy translated book. I want to read more translated work this year, because these translated works are heavily researched. When you do a translated work, you need to find a lot of books, read a lot of books, and then decide what is worth being translated so that it can be sold, right? So this is a Korean bestseller, and it got translated, and I'm excited to check this one out, read it, and then sell it. That's what I do. Next up here, rock paper scissor. Ali was that one girl who highly strongly recommends rock paper scissor. Thriller hai, 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, an anniversary they'll never forget. So Adam and Amelia are spending the weekend at the Scottish Highland. The remote location is perfect for what they had planned, but then their romantic trip takes a dark turn. They both start to wonder, can they trust the one they are with? Because every couple tells little white lies. Only for Adam and Amelia, the truth is far more dangerous. Dun dun dun. I'm excited to check this one out. Alice Feeney ki book hai, highly recommended book hai. I just hope it lives up the hype. Next up, probably one of the most hated book. I don't know, most hated bhi nahi, but like there's so many people who did not love this series at all. I'm talking about Iron Flame. This is part 2 in Fourth Wing series. Fourth Wing was absolute smash and bestseller. I read it. I couldn't understand why. It was a 3-star read, average read. It's like उसने multiple plot line एक साथ डाल दिए हो. Game of Thrones, Dragons है, Game of Thrones जैसा हो गया, Divergent हो गया, Hunger Games, बहुत सारा उसमें games and 3-4 स्टोरियाँ उसने मिक्स करके ये एक बुक बनाई होंगी. So this is part 2. Iron Flames by Rebecca Yarros, and I'm going to read it and I'm gonna see if I like part 2, because part 1 was rubbish, and hence why this is first copy, which I will end up selling again. I don't wish to keep any of the Iron Flames ki book, any of the Fourth Wing ki series, and she said it's going to be 5-part series. I don't know. Have you read it? Have you read Fourth Wing? Did you like it? Why did you like it? If you didn't, why did you not like it? I just don't understand, like it's the writing, it's the story, it's not clearly set out. Like I understand what a good fiction feels like, looks like. You've read Harry Potter, we've all read Harry Potter, how beautiful the premise has been set. It's just, I don't know what this is. I don't know. Okay, next 4 are books by Indian author. I want you to recommend me which one should I pick up for this month. So number 1 hai Midnight Children by Salman Rushdie. I am excited to check this one out. Think this is a good read. Have you seen the movie? Was it worth it? Then I have Aravind Adiga ka Amnesty. I love the cover. I love the maze, Bhool Bhulaiya. You know, I'm excited because the reviews seem incredible on this book, and just yeah, this seems like a good read. Next up hai The Inheritance of Loss, classic Kiran Desai ki book. The Inheritance of Loss. Salman Rushdie says Kiran Desai is a terrific writer, and that is all we need to know. This could be incredible. I might just pick this book up. And last but not the least, The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. Oof, I think she was the youngest Booker Prize winner ever. She won Booker Prize in 1997. You can see it in her writing. The thing is, I actually started this, but every time I pick it up, it just smells, it reeks of sadness, एंड मेरे को एंग्जाइटी होने लगता है एज सून एज आई पिक दिस बुक. अब 2 पेज भी पढ़ती हूँ ना, मुझे कुछ ऐसा मतलब ऐसे ठीक नहीं लगता है. आई डोंट नो व्हाट इट इज़, एंड इट्स जस्ट द स्टार्ट. आई एम लाइक नॉट इवन लाइक I'm 20%, 25% in, and I just it just smells of sadness and wave of sadness, and I can't keep going. I don't know what, I want to finish this book. I want to, I really want to. Have you read The God of Small Things? Let me know what are your thoughts. So ये कुछ 4 books है that I want you to recommend me कि मैं next Indian authored book कौन सी पढूं. But that's it for this video. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know I love books, I know you love books, that is why you tuned in. Let me know आप क्या पढ़ रहे हो अभी, ये मंथ में कौन सी बुक्स आर एक्साइटिंग. व्हाट इज़ योर 5-star बुक सो फार ऑफ द ईयर जो मैंने पढ़नी चाहिए राइट अवे. recommend me books, yeah, recommend me in the comments below. And yeah, can't wait to chat with you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.